I'm confident that it helps me in terms of how I relate and establish relationships with women that are feeling depressed and finding it hard to be mothers. And when I say to them, you know, there is hope, you can get better, you can get past this, I can say it confidently knowing that it's true. Lainey was upstairs in the bedroom, supposedly going to sleep, but crying, and I have a very, very strong image in my head of standing at the bottom of the stairs listening to her crying and thinking, I just want to go up there and throw her out the window. And in my head, I could see myself doing it. And I don't have a very visual imagination, but boy, it was so I could see myself doing it. And it was at that point I thought, nah, something's wrong. I shouldn't be feeling like that.
Babies of lesbian mothers are so well considered. You know, there's so much that we put into thinking about it and researching. And then to find that she went into such deep depression.
It was all the classic signs of depression. I look back now, you know, I was low in mood, I was irritable, I was crying all the time, and I just thought, it's hard. It's hard being a mum. But actually, it wasn't how being a mum could be and should be.
So Kim called me that day, and I ended up phoning maternal mental health, and I think that was the beginning of getting help for Kim.
I think in those first months when I was most severely unwell, we had really, really good support. But yeah, it was kind of the continuing recovery after I didn't need that level of support anymore. There wasn't a lot around.
Well, the group that you went to, the peer support group that Kim went to, there were some wonderful women in there who were struggling with PND at the time, and that's how Well Women started.
I think for me it was a real experience, an example of how a community helped us recover. A number of us were into netball, we played netball together. So it was those additional connections that helped us recover.
For me, I mean, I work in the Hutt Valley as a community social worker, and I feel my women. I think it's just the empathy that I have now, which, you know, I had no idea before we had children.
I think one of the things that is important for service providers to be aware of is just how important language and words are.
We did have a fantastic midwife.
We did.
Who we're still in touch with, who was just made sure, because I'm Andi, so she made sure that the staff at the hospital knew that Andi was a woman, not a man. And, you know, as a non-birth mum, I've never ever felt not the mum. Ever within the health profession. It makes no difference. And I had wondered myself whether it would, you know, whether I would feel jealous or whether I would feel left out, and I never have, and I think that's credit to the way that we discussed it and the way it's panned forward, you know.
I think one of the myths, is it a myth or a societal belief that we have, is that mothers just need to get on with it. And I think all mothers need help and support, but if you're also managing symptoms of depression and anxiety, then maybe you need a little bit more. Maybe just for now, it's not going to be forever, but right now. And babies, children are within a community and a society. It's not just mum's job. It's not just mum that has to do everything.